So I watched a little bit of G-Man streams last night, and actually he had a good points. He had some good points, but I was like, dang it. But so the audio is not on my end, that is on his end. I cannot do anything to fix it. But anyways, here we go.
Primarily because I have come to a conclusion about him that I didn't really believe until, I did a few things. So, um, first and foremost, how's everybody doing? Welcome to the Sowing and Reaping YouTube channel. I know you guys have seen the little series I'm doing right now where I'm showing that Shanny is actually a narcissist. I know a lot of you will probably already know this, but I have come to a conclusion that Jason is also a narcissist as well. Now, some people will disagree with me with that and just say that he's codependent, but I'm sorry. I have come to the conclusion that he does a lot of the same things that a narcissist would do as well. He might not be as bad as a Shanny is, but I definitely believe he's a narcissist. A narcissist. One of the reasons why one of the reasons why I'm really believing this is that one of the things that a narcissist does to control you, like they did me when they lived inside of that house, they well, mainly Jason more than anything else. I mean, Shanny did it too, but Jason did it way, way more. And that's the love bombing, where he's constantly saying, thank you, I'm appreciative, I love you, I hope you win the lottery, yada, 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 and all that other stuff and whatnot. You know what I mean?
But you see, G-Man, a lot of people are gonna I still having issues with you because you left the love bombing when they had all that money. And I understand some stuff that happened that whatever, the friendship fell apart. But when they were in the midst of doing the most horrendous things, you were out there defending them. They were great people then. So this is why it's hard for people to take you seriously, G-Man. This is why it's difficult for people to take you seriously.
Just constantly complimenting me and love bombing me and love bombing me and love bombing me and love bombing me, showing his fake appreciation for what was being done for him in his situation. Um, I didn't really think anything at the time other than the fact that he was making me very uncomfortable by doing that, because he should know if he was a Christian. Let me try to move over here a little, center myself a little bit. Yeah, let's do this again. If he was really a Christian, you know what I mean? He would know that we Christians um, are going to do the things that Jesus taught. If you're hungry, we give you something to eat. If you don't have no clothes, we'll give you clothes. If you have nowhere to live, we'll do what we can to try to help you, where to live and whatnot. He should have had an attitude. I don't even want to say that, because I only want to give Shandy but so much time on here, because I believe that she's a colossal waste of space. But as far as Jason goes, he like I said, he kept complimenting. And I believe that the reason why he did this is because they was trying to set me up for something more down the road. I'm going to upload a video on here on part 3 that's going to focus more on Jason and Shanny on showing why they're narcissists and showing why Jason knew what he was doing when he was complimenting people. And he knows what he's doing when he's on his channel over there, or when they reveal they're together again. And by the way, Shanny, if you are watching this, I'll give you a little bit of time for this. Anybody can put something behind them and say that they're not home. I can unfold this. You know what I mean? This is the old background that I was using on my channel. You know what I mean? I can unfold this. I can put this behind me, and they claim, I'm sorry, they get real close to the camera and they claim I'm not at a place. I see you don't want to take that laptop and walk around in the room that you're in. Walking around in the room you're in doesn't prove that that you're supposedly at the same place. So you think you're slick, but you're not. I already know you're there. I know you're there. The rest of YouTube knows you're there. All right?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't G-Man say months ago that he was done talking about Jason and Shani? But here we are again. What happened? He saw up and down that he was done talking about them. Why are we back here?
But anyway, let's continue. So Jason does a lot of the same things that Shanny does. He just is not as good as Shanny is, as far as like being the thing that he is or whatever. You know what I mean? And that's a narcissist. He accuses her of being one, but he's one himself. He's not just codependent. He is a straight up narcissist. He's full of himself. And for the Christians that are watching this, or the people who are serious as cancer about Jesus, who may be watching this channel, I want you to take it into consideration. When's the last time either of them promoted Christ on the cross? They might do it for a little bit in one of their videos, but honestly, they could care less about what Jesus thinks. You know what I mean? They're only concerned about their situation, what they're going through, and what they can do to better themselves. They don't care about nobody else's salvation. They don't care about their so-called salvation, because I don't think they're Christians to begin with. They don't care about none of that stuff. And I do expect them to make a YouTube video, because they're probably watching right now, where they're going to go out there and attempt to talk about the Bible again, where he'll say that Jesus was he practiced white witchcraft and all this other stupidity and everything he says on his channel. But Jason, I definitely believe you are a narcissist. I believe that you love to hoover. Let me explain what I mean by this. You're the kind of guy that gives people things, not so that that person can enjoy it, use it, have it, or whatever, but because you had some long-term plan to try to satisfy yourself. And I'll just be a little bit more specific about it. You thought you was going to be living in that house forever because you gave me a video game. You thought you was going to be living in that house forever because you told me, G-Man, God bless you. That's how you know these people don't read the Bible and they've never really studied or whatever. That's how you know. He thinks that by giving me a game console or a portable one, that somehow means that I'm going to take care of this grown man for the rest of his life. They're giving me all of these, and I talked about this on the channel before. Not only were they giving me things, but they were making false promises about, filling out paperwork and getting the assistance that they want. Kind of like what they're doing with Uncle right now, how they're lying to all of you on the internet about getting this and getting that when they're not getting jack squat diddly.
And on that point, I do agree with them. I guess they saw it as a way of bribing them or paying for rent or whatever. And I do believe that they're lying to their uncle about them trying to get all these social services that they're not even trying to apply for. On this end, I do wholeheartedly agree with him.
But the whole purpose of Jason giving me these things was to try to stay in that house forever. And when he saw that that wasn't going to happen, he thinks that it's just as simple as quoting a Bible verse and sounding all tough or weighing all but 80 pounds on here, making threats toward me, saying that if I don't give him back his stuff, then the Lord's going to strike me down, the Blakely police is going to do this, and blah, 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 yakety smack, smack, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? And it doesn't work that way. Obviously, and I'm very thankful that there are other videos out there with Big Mouth, his Big Mouth girlfriend going out there saying, well, that was rent, G-Man, and that was... Who asked for their rent back? After living here for free for 2 years. It's nonsense. It's utter nonsense. So every now and then, prior to this video, now we got to do a little bit of some context here. Prior to this video, I would contact this knucklehead and say, look, I want to give you back this game or this game or this game. Now, I don't know if you guys saw a Draven stream, but he talked about it on his channel. But 1 minute, I think I'm talking to one person. Then it turns out that it was somebody totally different responding. And there was some serious inconsistencies with that conversation. And I was saying that I wanted to give him back one of his EverDrives, because to be frank, I don't really use them that much. I have a whole bunch of modded games. I got a modded Xbox, I got a modded PS2, I got a modded a game that has all of them, and I mean all of them on a little portable. I still got the Nintendo Switch that Shanny gave me. I have all of those games, all of them. I have all of them. I have all of those expensive, the majority of those expensive microphones. But anyways.
And if you have all those expensive mics, G-Man, I need you to start using them, my dude. I need you to start using those expensive mics, because this is ridiculous.
It's kind of going far or whatever. But then he did a complete 180 on, in that stream, not the stream, in the chat, and told me to never contact him again because I said some negative stuff about his so-called ex. I got a funny feeling I was actually talking to the ex, the fake ex, the one that wants to convince everybody out there that they're not together. And also how she wants to express to the whole world that she's a Christian while going out there lying through her teeth. I'm telling you, I could put all of her so-called former friends on here, and all of them will look at the things that she's doing, and all of them will condemn her and tell her, not condemn her, but they will all tell you, don't listen to a word she's got to say regarding Scripture. Because she's not reliable with the things that she's talking about. But Jason, the purpose of you giving me that stuff was so that you could play the long game, try to use me, you know, and try to continue to get me to give and to give and to give, because your long-term game is to never ever try to do anything for yourself. And the hoovering stops today, dude. It stops today. I don't want you to contact me anymore about stuff that belongs to me. Maybe you didn't understand that, so I'll say it a little bit, lighter, because since G-Man screams all the time. By the way, Underhaven, I didn't forget about you. I'm going to talk about you a little bit in this video, but I'm going to talk about you a lot in the next video. I don't want you or your fake ex-girlfriend contacting me, asking me for anything. I don't want you calling me about a GameCube. I don't want you calling me about a PS2, the PlayStation 1, the Neo Geo. I don't want you contacting me about no Glocks. I don't want you contacting me about no BB guns, which you are not in the proper mindset to have one of those. I don't want you contacting me about nothing that is mine. Now, somewhere in Pennsylvania, you're over there sitting there and you're saying, G-Man, you're a very ungrateful person. I'm ungrateful. I'm ungrateful because you're trying to use me. Well, actually, you did use me, but you're trying to use me. That's why I'm ungrateful. If I was really wrong about this topic, you know what you would be doing, Jason? You would be watching the stream and you would demand a link. Because that's what people who are right actually do. But you don't do it. You won't face me. You won't face me. I'll destroy you in 2 minutes, and we both know it. But anyway, let's not even get into that. Too busy to deal with you anyway. The point is that I won't be accepting anything from you or Shanny no more either. I don't care if you two strike gold, go out in the backyard, start digging a hole and get all this oil coming out your ground or whatever. I don't want nothing from the two of you no more. And I'm gonna tell you something. If there's anybody watching these YouTube videos and supports them just a little bit, do not accept anything from them. It's hoovering. What they're gonna try to do is that they're gonna give you something, and then they're gonna wait for a little bit and try to control you with those very same things and try to get them things back by trying to make it sound like that you're the issue and you're the problem. And that's what Jason does on a regular basis. Jason, listen to me. I can't control who you date, dude. I can't control the fact that you are madly in love with a gold digger. I can't do anything about the fact that you are, well, actually, I wouldn't call it madly in love. I wouldn't call it that, because I don't call what you two have as love at all. I can't control who you sleep with. I'll put it to you that way. I can't control your obedience to Christ or your disobedience or whatever, because I don't believe you care about what Jesus has to say about anything anyway. If you want to stay with a person who doesn't feed you, clothe you. When I say clothe you, I mean take some of the money that she gets from donations, give it to you so you can buy clothes. If you want to be with somebody who beats you up when you don't know your role, if you want to be with somebody who calls the police on you just so that they can control you, if you want to be with somebody who is like that, that's your business, dude. That is your business.
You see what I mean? He's making sense right here. I don't believe that Shanny and Rav are together because they love each other. Shanny was with Rav for the money. Now the money's gone. And her family wrote her off. She is nobody. She needs to stay with Jason. She needs Jason. Jason is with Shanny because I don't think it's necessarily because he needs her. It's more like he's terrified of being alone and never being able to find somebody else. So that's why I think this relationship is a relationship of convenience for both of them.
You want to be with Bigfoot? That's your business. You want to be with Sasquatch? That is your business. You can do whatever you want. But when it pertains to me, what I own and what I have, I would greatly appreciate it, dude, if you stop getting on social media making demands about what I should do and what I shouldn't do, especially when it's unbiblical the way you're going about doing things. I shouldn't even be responding to you right now. Like, I've really been getting educated about narcissists and how to deal with these people. I really shouldn't even be making this video, because to you, you're gonna be like, "Whoa, haha, we got G-Man's attention again. We got G-Man's attention again." Like I said, the hoovering stops today. I don't want nothing from you, and I don't want you contacting me, asking me for things that are mine now. Don't want you doing that. You have what you want in life. You have everything that you've always wanted. You got Satan's pen pal, Shanny for Satan. You live for free with your uncle. That's 2. You're allowing your Sasquatch to try to utterly destroy your uncle. That's 3. Get everything that you ever wanted, man. And you and Shanny have achieved YouTube fame.
G-Man, that's not fame, that's infamy. And they're infamous for the effed up things. Nobody wants that tag. Even they do not want that label for what they're infamous for. So I won't call that fame, honey. That's infamy.
Congratulations. Thank you for teaching me to stay as far away from fame as possible. That's what you guys always wanted. And you got what you always wanted. Let me tell you what you're never going to get, though. You're not getting the GameCube. You're not getting the Neo Geo. You ain't getting them lightsabers. You ain't getting, even if I find those gathering cards, I might do a public burning on here since I'm against that stuff anyway. Don't contact me about things that belong to me. You're bitter. I get it. You're angry. I get it. That I actually have a brain and I actually know what to do with stuff when I actually get it. Then I'm not dumb enough to get on social media and tell every little tiny little thing that's going on in my life. I mean, I get it. You're bitter and you're jealous. I get it. I understand it. It's all fine and well. You're so pathetic that you got to get on here now and you got to pretend that you're broken up with your girl when everybody knows that's not the case. I mean, think about this a minute, Jason. Sabella is one of your mods. Have you forgotten everything that this woman has done to you? And by the way, again, Jason, because I've come to this conclusion that you, just like Shanny, are narcissists, it is my duty as a real Christian to explain to you that narcissism is not of God. Neither is this game that you two are playing on here, pretending to be broken up, and a plethora of other things that you guys have been doing that I really don't feel like repeating because I'll be on here all night. And it's boring. I'm just tired of repeating it over and over and over and over and over again. I'm just tired of it. But the point of the matter is, dude, this is why I stand where I stand when I say that you're not a Christian. And this ain't no until we make up and we be friends and all this other stuff. We ain't brothers. We ain't friends. And more importantly, I don't believe you're washed with the blood, because if you was washed with the blood of Jesus Christ, if you was really a follower of Christ, you would not allow the Minnesota Barracuda to get on here and look everybody in the eye and tell everybody a bold-faced lie over and over and over. It's not even like, after 2 times she decided, okay, the gig's up, or 3 times. She does this over and over and over and over and over and over again, trying to convince everybody that that you two are broken up. But you know what? There's light at the end of the tunnel. I went on your community post, Jason, because that channel, Authentically Shanny, that's your channel too. I'm not stupid, all right? But I went on our community post, found something really interesting here. Shanny wants to lose weight now. Shanny's trying to look skinny. I wonder why she wants to lose weight. I wonder why a person like Shanny wants to get herself together. And I'm going to tell you something, Jason, because you're too dumb to pick up on this stuff. Probably because you're smoking or drinking or not paying attention to anything. You have no life experience and you don't understand anything. So I'll try to spell it out to you, okay? If she ever, in her mind, lose enough weight, if she ever gets healthy enough, which she is right now, because she can go do a lot of things right now, but she's going to play this off for as long as she can. When she can get her body to be a certain way, she's going to go get a job herself. Then, after she go get a job, I already believe she's looking for your replacement now. She's been looking for your replacement for the last year. But if she gets skinny, like that, like oh my God, like 2%.
See, this is a part where I agree with him. I don't think Shanny is going to get a job though. But I do believe that Shanny is looking for a replacement. Shanny is looking for another person to take care of her because the money has dried up and she's tired of living the way that she's living. That part I agree with him on. By getting a job, I don't think so. But I think she's going to try to pull something like uprooting, leaving Rav for somebody else who can take care of her the way she wants to be taken care of.
That's a problem, but you know what I mean? But if she gets skinny, if she gets and gets all of the self-improvement that she wants or whatever, you know what I mean? She's gonna drop you like a bad habit. There's no need to try to get you to dump her, because it's as clear as day that she's getting ready to dump you. she is getting ready to dump you. I came to this conclusion this morning. I said, no, Shanny's getting ready to dump him. He's like, enough's enough of this. You constantly mess up her schemes. You don't know how to lie. You don't know how to do things properly, and she's always getting caught out there, and it's costing her money. Not to mention, she's jealous of your of the attention that you get. She's very jealous of that, and she's going to get rid of you. And I don't care if you don't believe me or not. I really don't care. You want to know why? It isn't going to stop the fact that she's about to get rid of you. And isn't it ironic that the way that that when she got away from Chris, because Chris cheated on her with her best friend. Isn't it ironic that you two had an affair with each other, in which Jason and Shanny was having phone sex and doing certain things while she was still married to Chris, and then ultimately when Chris decided to cheat on her and wanted to get away from her, she decided that she wanted to get you, and you two got together. And how you two don't trust each other to be away from each other because you're both cheaters. Isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic that the way that the two of you got together is going to be how you two are going to break up? Very funny. Well, all you know, Jason, she's talking to somebody right now, making plans, getting tickets, getting ready to travel when you're asleep, or perhaps when you have to store in an apartment. Maybe you'll come back, all your stuff will be gone because she'll put it in a suitcase and she'll leave. That's the justice. You was warned by Shanny's mother. You were warned by me before I befriended you guys again. You're being warned by me now. You're being warned by, I don't know how many different people here on YouTube. But the point is, you're about to get dumped. It may take a little bit, but you're going to get dumped, dude. You two always saying that you love each other, and the way you prove you love each other is by kissing each other. Listen to me. Any bum on the street can go out there and go find a prostitute and look at the prostitute and say, I love you, and kiss them. Anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. That is not how you show you love somebody. I'm sorry. Yeah, anybody can go out there and lay on their back and let you hit the skins, if you want to call it that. And I know that's not a term that nobody uses today. What's the term they use today? What's the term they use today? Bang, hit that, or whatever. But any girl can get on her back and let you do that. It doesn't mean she loves you. It just means she's a prostitute. Or she went to get her rocks off or whatever. Shanny has no self-respect. If she had any self-respect, she wouldn't have did porn, right? You don't love her, and she does not love you. You two are tired of each other, but not as much as she's tired of you, and she's about to drop you like a bad habit. She's going to drop you like a bad habit. But Shanny, as I told you over the phone when I texted you today, I'm going to tell you this publicly. When you do leave that scrub, make sure you don't call me. Let me save you a lot of time right now. The answer is no. And if I wasn't a Christian, I would say no a little bit differently. And I think people know what I want to say, but I can't. But the answer is no. It is absolutely no. And it ain't never gonna happen. As I said on the Drunken Peasants, as I said on multiple channels, as guests, as I said on other, you ain't never getting the chocolate. There's no way I'm gonna get up and go to work for oh God, I don't even want to go through all of that. I'm not even gonna try to use adjectives to describe you anymore, because the fact is that no, just no. You're evil. You're evil. And I'm gonna say this. I think Matt Bell has more morality than you do, Shanny.
But those are the parts that I found interesting on G-Man. He goes on to call Shanny for using the N-word, and I'm like, my dude, you're right behind them. You were defending them, so now you have a problem with it. I wasn't going to get into that because the video would have been way too much longer. But yeah, if you want to watch the rest of the video, go to his channel. He still has it posted up.